I have had a very long day at uni, and I've got a big assignment due later this week, and so I'm going to be working on that tomorrow. But right now, I just want to curl up and play a video game. So I am playing Biotopia again. And I've already messed up a little bit. That's okay. We're doing alright. So basically, the plan for today is to create 2 woods. One of these will become a mixed forest, the other one will become whatever it is, either prickly or leafy. And basically, the plan is to get 1 antler, 2 hawks, and a greybone wolf from the forests, which I think at the moment is the best way I can maximize the score from those. And we have a really awkwardly shaped bit of wood there. I'm not worrying too much about the shape at the moment. I've kind of just decided that we're going to go with whatever we get. Looks good. Looks like the meadows are going to wrap around our forest, but we'll try and get the forest to size 100 and then wrap around it. That looks good. Oh, ooh, choices. Yep, like that. I do need to talk a bit more about the way you earn points in this game. I misunderstood slightly when I was talking about the other day. Same end result, but just a little bit different way of getting there. I also want to talk about water, but okay, no, we're fine. So we've only got 3 pieces left, the one I'm holding plus 2 more, but I only need 20 points to get there. So now might actually be a perfect time to talk about points. So this piece is worth a minimum of 10 points. There are 3 tiles in it. So each one of those tiles is worth a default 2 points, and then it's 2 extra points for each one that touches another one. So there's 2 blue tiles in there, and they both touch another one, which gets us 2 points for each of them, which is 4 more points. So it's 6 points for the tiles, and then another 4 points for them touching, for a total of 10 points. If I were to touch it blue to blue, then we'll get another 4 points on top of that, because we've got 2 more blues touching. I can stick it like that, and that's going to get me 22 points, which pushes us all the way over. So one of the things that we want to do when we're thinking about where to put these tiles is how many are going to touch the same kind of thing as them. Basically, you want to maximize your volume to surface area, which means squares. Squares and circles get you the highest amount of points because they have the smallest surface area for the largest internal area. So basically, you want to create squares or circles. I like squares. I don't really know if there's much of a difference between squares or circles. But yeah, that's kind of the shape you want to be aiming for. Jeez, and I've got a long skinny bit here. On the flip side, sometimes you do want skinny pieces because they are easier to get. Geez, I'm going to have to be careful because we're not getting very many pieces at each new level now. We've got a lot of blue coming up, so I might... So what I'm doing here is I'm creating a zone which will give me lots of bonus blue pieces. See that? Slotting that in there gets me another 60 points. Ultimately... no, I think we will slot that in like that. And we'll put that one there. And yep, that gets me. I just want to put this somewhere. Yep. So yeah, this time we're only getting 12 pieces. So next level we'll get 15, which should be a bit easier, but we do want to be careful and watch this score. Sometimes when I focus too much on getting a really good layout early on, I do mess up and have bad scores. So as you can see, this is like a really long skinny bit, so it doesn't have a lot of things, and it also doesn't have a lot of bonus tiles. Ooh, that hits 40, so that's good. So that gives us a leafy forest, which gives us the regal antler. It's really disappointing. I like the appearance of the regal antler better. I love its horns. Look at those horns. But I like the shape on the other one a bit better. There isn't actually a really good place for it yet. There could be really good, actually. That'd be really satisfying. We'll see how it goes. Now, since we've already got... it's only 19, that's fine. Oh, so I've got a choice. Do I want to try and put this over here where the bulk of it is, or down here near this other carrot? And I think we want to stick down near this other carrot. So no, that was dumb. Go like that. Now the reason I've done that is so that we want to turn this prickly woods into a mixed woods to give us a hawk. And we also want to maximize the size of this woods before we join these two together. Jeez. More. Just like that. We've actually got 3 separate meadows at the moment. That could be promising, provided we live long enough to actually do something with it. Apparently we're turning that into a forest. Okay. Questions like, is it better to join these two together and get a nub now? Or is it better to wait? Honestly, at this point, I'm tempted to try waiting and just kind of hope for the best. We'll stick this down here. I do have 1 antler, which is probably going to yield me 200 points. Yeah, antler, even at their best, antler generally only get around 200 points. When we fill that in with forest, it'll be worth a couple more points, but not a whole lot. So in placing that piece like that, I've created a slot that will give me bonus water later on. That giving me 5 bonus slots there. And I think I've talked about this before, but I absolutely love seeing the different kinds of terrain you can get with Bogland. I especially like creating, yeah, the big water patches. That's not actually water, there's nothing, that's just bog. Nothing special about it. It just looks nice and I like it. Oh, not more like that. No, I don't care. We're putting this in differently. Like that. So there's the water, and so you can see I'm getting 2 bonus slots by putting it in like that. But I can put it there and hopefully get a couple more bonus slots later on instead. I don't really think there's a whole lot of difference between getting a couple of bonus slots every time you place one and a whole lot of bonus slots every few, but whatever works for you really. So yeah, that one's going to get, look at that, 82 points for placing that piece because it's coming with 4 bonus slots, and all of those bonus slots are going to be worth 4 2s are 8, 10 points. Yeah, so every single one of that's 40 points. I think. Yeah, a bonus tile is always completely surrounded by the same thing, which means a bonus tile is always worth plus 10 points. So that's one of the many reasons why they're great. Well, we've got this one coming up, so I probably think I might want to put that one here, 1, 2, 3. So I'll slot that one like that. This spot of water, I don't have any good space for this yet, so we'll just dump it over here. That one, as stated, we're going to put that one there. How are we going there? Yeah, like that. So you can see just the extra bonus tile. I'm just making an ultimate rabbit zone just there. This is home of the nubs. Let's have a look. So yeah, that's some mixed woods now because we've got plenty of leafy trees as well as prickly trees and a fair number of mixed trees thrown in there as well. Mixed trees will push it towards mixed. Regardless, you need lots of plain leafy or lots of plain prickly to get a prickly or leafy forest. So it does throw off the numbers a little bit there. I haven't sat down and run the numbers recently. Ooh, if we get this lined up, 37. I think I actually want to place it like that. And then, no, this is a problem. It doesn't fit. But, yeah. Now, see, what I'm thinking about is I can put that piece in like that, which gets us to that 42, which means I can now go about joining those two together. The only price of it is that one ends up all isolated all by itself. But, given that my bogland over here is at 33, I think I can afford to lose that tile. Let's do it. There we go. So you can see there's our ruffled hawk. So we're going to want to put this somewhere with lots of trees and right there could be quite nice. Maybe. Lots of trees and lots of snack munch because each snack munch in the hawk's area is worth 20 points. Unfortunately, I didn't quite put them all close enough together, but I should be able to get, I can get 3. Let's just have a quick, wrong button. Let's have a quick look. Oh, we've already got a perfect place for the Fisk. Look at that. I don't think I can put 2 Fisk in that lake, but we'll put a Fisk there. And we'll build this one out for when we get our second Fisk. Now this is one of those interesting choices. So that's 22 points and that's only 18 points. So technically placing it here gets me more points, but this gives me 2 nice surfaces that I can use to potentially get bonus points off of. I think we will go for this one for now though, because ideally I don't want to join these together just yet. And if I close that way, it makes it harder to get get pieces onto this one to complete it. And by complete it, I mean reach 40 tiles in it, rather than close it off. There's more carrots. Kind of think, I gotta figure out, who remembers how big nubs are? I believe it's 3 or 4 wide at one side, by 5 long, I believe. Might be 6 long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So honestly, I kind of want to put this all the way down here. And that does create... There's better. We'll see when we grab the nub and you'll see I've completely forgotten how large it is. Since we're building over here, we'll keep building over here. So again, I'm creating a wall between these 2 things first, so that later I can get bonus tiles like that. That hits 40 regardless of where I put it. Yeah, let's put it there. Unfortunately, you may notice there's no darters at the moment, which is making the frog very sad. Bogged up. No bog darters. Hopefully more will turn up later. But it definitely puts me in favour of not placing this frog for quite a while, because I really do want the darters before I place it. Now, we've decided both of these forests have reached size 40. Yes, we have this beautiful placement there, which joins them both together. Now, the only reason I might not want to make this move right now is it might be more advantageous for me to put it in this hole, because this piece can have a 1 or a 2 or a 3 in a straight line in that place. And if I'm really desperate, I can have a 2 in a straight line that has forest in this position and anything else in this position. Whereas this can only have this kind of piece. So we'll put it there. We're only at level 7. We're doing okay point-wise, so it's quite likely that we will get more opportunities to get those points. And I can always join them together using this piece. Ooh, at the moment, there's no advantage to having small amounts of water in places. So you have to decide whether it's better to join this water up or leave it. On the flip side, it's not going to be a good place to put a Fisk, even if I do get it up to size 40. But I do want to leave it for now, just on the off chance we can. But I can put it just there. So that's our first nub. Let's see which one we got. Here we go, the chocolate nub. Oh, look at that. So yeah, nubs are always, the first nub you get, the chocolate or caramel nub. We can't look at them. But they're both the same shape, they're just mirrors of each other. So they're always 3 by 5, and then they've got an extra 3 on one end. And there's plenty of options where we want to place this one. But for now, we will wait, simply because we don't know where the fox oat is going to go, and we're going to want to place the fox oat next to 2 of them. So the longer we can put that off, the more chance we have of getting them where we want them. So this one is already finished, and I've got one there, so I'm going to start a second bog over here. Ideally, I would want to place the bogs in such a position that I could get them touching each other, but that's not always possible. Especially when you're focusing on getting... Yeah, fortunately we've got 6. We may want to place things sooner than we normally would. Let's see about joining those together. Where's my best position for this? So setting it like that, I'm only getting 18. It's a minimum of 14 regardless of where I put it, plus 4 if I touch end. If I were to put it something like that, you can see I'm getting 22 points. I could put it there, which gets me 36 points because of the extra tile. Let's leave it. We are going to have to place some animals, which really makes me wish that's the other reason I should have put that tile there, because then I could have put the hawk in. Oh, we can... Yeah, there's not really a good spot for it. No, we'll hold off on placing the hawk. I mean, that's a nice place for the antler, but honestly, it's probably better to put it... No, because I need 3 grass. That's too much water. $200 points is good for an antler. perfect is 197, and then it's plus 10 points for every snack munch. So the only reason I'm hesitant to put it in is because it's really good to put the antler somewhere that the Greybone Wolf can get at it. So you know what? I think it is the nub is my best call. And we'll put the nub that way around, specifically in case the deer wants to eat that. So now I know I need, oh god, ideally I want 60 points from this piece. And we're not getting that. I need to place another animal. So, yeah. Oh, that didn't actually get as many points as it should, because we are one short on tree count. Honestly, I placed that complete. Oh, okay. So, important tip. Don't do this. It glitches the game. So I'm actually putting it there, because as soon as I put a forest in, yeah, you can see I have successfully glitched it. Hopefully, it won't actually cause it to crash. It might. This is one of the known glitches that will hopefully be fixed soon. There we go. My pieces are back. We just need to be careful. If everything crashes, I can close the game and reopen it. I haven't had the game ever enter a state that closing it and reopening it doesn't fix it. So that one's 48, that one's 43. Let's go like that. That one's already at 42. There we go. That joins those two together. This one is an interesting choice, because I have to decide. We'll put that there. There. Hey, there we go. There's the tree we need. So this is scoring me 145 points, specifically because it is completing all of those goals from the hawk. So if we have a look at our hawk, we can now see that it's getting that points from the trees as well as the extra points just from having the trees in its zone. So 5 points for each extra tree in the zone and 50 points for having more than 15 in its total range. We'll go like that. There we go. Wait. Oh! When we place that. So we've got the Greybone Wolf now. So we can think about where we're going to want to put this guy. And honestly, like that. It's a real shame we couldn't put the Hawk one higher. Had we had those tiles in earlier, we would have been able to. But we'll probably want to put the Greybone Wolf here. And then we can put the antler there. It does mean that we won't get any snack munch for the antler, but it does get us a beautiful Greybone Wolf like that. That's probably about, that's pretty much as you can get from a Greybone Wolf. We are 3 points short of having perfect as far as terrain goes. We've got 2 large prey. Each large prey only gets us 20 points, and 2 gets us the bonus. In theory, we could maybe get another large prey in here, but it's getting large prey for this is very difficult because the prey itself has its own terrain. So you can see the zones of the terrain, and you don't want these overlapping. I reckon it's doable to get 3, but you wouldn't really be able to get 3. You wouldn't be able to get more than 3, and it's not really worth it for that extra 20 points. So we will put that one in now. So that's closed off that meadow. I wouldn't normally close it off, but it looked like it was going to be too hard to join it to these two, and we'll join those two together to get a 100-point zone. And closing off gets plenty of points, which means we're more likely to make it to the final level. Gonna need some like little bits to join those together. Or we could flip that one around. Not quite sure what to do with that water. It would be nice to have the water just come out there. Let's put the water over here. Save this middle bit for the small fiddly bits of water, which hopefully we'll get some more of. And just drop that one in like that. Let's go like that. Oh, it's so frustrating when you have a piece that would be perfect, but it doesn't fit. So those red things are swamp mush, which is the swamp variety of snack munch. They're liked by hawks and especially liked by the scruffed hawk. What's it called? Scruffed hawk. Hopefully this game will get a scruffed hawk, and so you can have a look at, so I can show you what those look like. It is random when we complete this whether we'll get a scruffed hawk or a weeping wood tree frog. Yeah. Oh, we'll put that there. Ooh, does fit that way. Only fits that way. Leaves us with a 2 patch, which is going to be a pain to fill. But yeah, I think that's better. Put that one there. Look at that. Might go like that. Not sure how I feel about that. Oh, that was not quite. I was thinking about putting it that way. Honestly, that way did look better. There we go. Oh, we do actually have one data. So that one's 45, which means we got our fox oat. So we just want to get these two joined together. There we go. So that gets us our chopped vanilla one, which is our big circle one. Ooh, it does not really like that spot, does it? And I don't really think we can get it close to this one, but hopefully we'll get something better before we need to place it. I think I like that spot. There we go, that gets us another fisk. And we've made a nice round pond for it, so we can drop that straight in. This one's complete. I don't think I can get a second one, but we're going to try. so this has more snack munch on it. But to get that more third one, I should have... Yeah, there's a little forest over here. Jeez. This is going a lot better than I expected. Having just said that I didn't think we'd get 2, I think we might. We still need that little too long one. We've got 4 to place, 2 tiles, and we need 400 points. That should be fine. So I usually count that out, how many pieces, how many spaces. I usually calculate it on an average of about 200 points per animal. That's optimal. So we've got a Frode, which our best placement on the Frode at the moment. Yep, 200 points. Oh, cool. We didn't look at this before. So the Scruffed Hawk likes the Swamp Mosh. 235 points. I can't get both, unfortunately. But I can easily get 230 points for that one. Our Nub, 215. And the Foxote, unfortunately the Foxote is not doing well at the moment. Only 150, specifically because it doesn't have too small prey to eat. We can put that one there, and that, yeah, look at that. That deals with our problem, and so we've got another chocolate nub, which is the same shape as we saw earlier. Unfortunately, we only have 1 carrot, but it does mean that we can feed 1 carrot to this nub. Yeah, so I need to place my animals now anyway. So we can place this one here, which gets us perfect. We can then place the Foxote at the furthest point north, like that. And then we want to place this one. Doesn't really matter where we place it, so long as it's inside the fox's range. We will place it just there because that scores perfectly. Unfortunately, we don't have the tubbies to feed it, but it is still getting us plenty of points. And as you can see, we have hit max level. So that's as high as the levels go. So now it's just about... Oh, hey! Choices. I really wish I had a sidebar. I think I've said that before. I'll go there. There. How many more do I need for that one? Oh yeah, we've got a bit coming. There. We don't need those anymore. So put that one there. So now what I'm trying to do is close the areas. So if they're fully enclosed, they get more points. So we're trying to close them off as much as possible. Interestingly enough, that actually does close a little bit. There it is. That gets us another rank 2 swamp. Hey, and there's our other friend, a weeping tree frog. Now the issue with the weeping tree frogs, also like bog darters, they appear in both the swamplands and the boglands. Unfortunately, we only have 1 on the entire board. So our frogs can fight that out later. Hopefully we can find a few more. Now, this is one of those difficult choices. So if I were to slot it there, we only get 2 bonuses, and it's better to get 3. But we also want to try and get those 2 snack munch next to each other, which is why we'll stick it like that. We've already got all of our nubs. The next time we complete a forest, we get another fox oat, which we do not want. Well, it's not that we don't want it, it's just not worth it. And so we won't really worry about planning, especially around tubbies. We've already completed both of those, so we will focus on trying to get this bogland finished, even though we do not have the... that looks good. I don't know where a good place for this water is. I guess we'll put it there. So that hits 40, that gets us our next one, which is our linen tooth snurms. So, same basic shape as the cotton tooth snurms, but if you remember, which I don't, I'm pretty sure they're mirror images of each other. So when we place this, we'll want this guy to be trying to eat both of our frogs. So we will probably try and fit them all in this area, even though I really want to put the hawk in this area. So it will be interesting. Oh, you can, however, see that I've got some darters on this piece. So the issue is the hawk becomes large prey. The linen tooth cannot eat large prey, it wants small prey. It only actually, sorry, the linen tooth only wants 1 small prey. 20 points if I can give it 2 though. But we're probably going to want to get the hawk here, which means we can't put the tree frog there. So we'll actually put the tree frog over here in this zone, and we'll try and find the best place to put those darters to achieve that. There, I think. So now, if we have a look at our tree frog, we can set it up like that. That's a really nice place for it. Pieces left. I don't like my chances of getting that forest finished. And does that mean I'm not going to try? No, it does not. I'm going to keep trying. It is worth considering which ones of these areas I can surround though, and actually focusing on that instead of continually getting distracted, which you may have noticed I am remarkably good at getting distracted. Let's just have a quick look at where, not that, this one is going to go. Like that, and that's fine. Nine pieces left. As I said before, I'm... Ooh. Oh, I can get it there. I think that's better. Honestly, it's a pretty shape. That's my excuse and I'm sticking with it. I'm not going to make it. It's a shame. This is why you should not get distracted about what your goals are. Yeah, so if we have a look at this one, it's got plenty of areas left. That one's got plenty. Yeah. We can't... oh no, because we got one there and I don't have a single. So we can't close anything. We can't even finish this forest because I am disorganized. But that's okay. I had fun. Hopefully you had fun watching me. Oh, that's satisfying. Oh no, it just became water because it's got that one tree there. Not a great score this game, but we will place everything and see how we look. So that one goes there. That one goes like that. This one goes over here. And our linen tooth. Linen tooth gets bonus points for being in bogland, which is why we will put it over here with this one. Same points. Like, yeah, that's best. Final score, 8,221 points. Thank you for watching.